Hey everybody, welcome back to my page. Today we are going to be painting along and putting together the new Easter tiered tray DIY kit. This is one of the many fun DIY kits that I have just launched in my website. So if you haven't grabbed it, you're going to want to head over there and make sure you add it to your cart, and then make sure you check out all of the other fun stuff that I'm uploading and sharing this week. So let's get started with all of these super fun elements. I am updating the wood bead garland that comes in all of my tiered tray sets, and I am also updating and adding these fun little kickstands. So I've got two different versions of kickstands that will be available in each tiered tray set. You are not going to want to glue them to anything, but you're going to want to save them, and you can use them in the future. But like I said, from now on, all of my tiered tray sets are going to include these two different types. Now, obviously I don't have this one glued together yet, and I will show you guys later on in the video how it will help your little pieces stand up. And then the second one just snaps into place and it will help hold things up. You can use these for other signs and DIYs that I have in my shop too, but they will be added to all of my tiered tray sets from now on. And then, like I said, stay tuned to the end of the video when I walk you through how I do my wood bead garland. I am updating how that comes in my tiered tray sets. So if you've noticed that there is a little bit of a slight increase in the price of the tiered tray sets, that's why. I'm upping my game to make it so much easier for you, the customer, to complete your tiered tray sets. So I did give you a brief little look at the paint, but I will show you guys in a screenshot all of the paint that I'm using on this set. So I just painted that background with a little bit of help, and then I painted the black part of this element, and then I'm using my Artistro paint pen because that's the white that I feel is the best. Here are all the paint colors. Screenshot them if you need it. I will try to link them on my page as well. But I did use most of those colors throughout the week on a lot of the projects that I'm sharing with you guys. So make sure you guys are following my page, that you have your notifications turned on so that you don't miss out when I share one of the fun items that we are doing. So I painted the tag items, and now I'm moving on to this fun little sign, and I did pull out like a creamier off-white here for the background, and once that dries, I'm still going to be able to see the scored little elements, and I'm going to show you guys how I embellish those. And then we're painting up the frame. We're gonna paint up the bow, and I just painted the bunny using some Waverly wax because I thought a cute little chocolate bunny was perfect. Now for the carrots and their stems, I'm taking a little bit of orange paint and I'm watering it down just a little bit, and then I'm going to take a small paintbrush and just carefully add it in here. Now if it bleeds at all, just take the background color and kind of touch it up. And I'm not worrying also about where the bunny was, but I'm going to use my Posca paint pen, but you could do the same thing with green paint. Now, have you guys seen these cute little marshmallow cups for tiered trays? I don't know why I think I need them, but they're so stinking cute. And they would just add a fun little element to your tiered tray, and being a Ray Dunn lover, I think that they're even better. So that was the idea behind this cute little bunny. I've seen a lot of people who have those little marshmallow cups that have created fun little elements like an Easter bunny hat to put on there, and then it adds to their tiered tray. So that is the idea behind this particular piece in the tiered tray. It is a little marshmallow cup with an Easter bunny hat. So I painted that background piece black because that's going to go back behind the face, and then the face is white. You could add a little bit of shading if you had a toasted marshmallow. And then I'm also going to add a little bit of the salmon color to the ears because you will be able to see through that, through the hat part once you put it all together like so. So I've got all of these little elements painted and ready to go. Let's start gluing them together. I do like to use Dollar Tree super glue. That is a very cheap and inexpensive super glue to use, but I also like to use stick fast glue, and you will see me add that when my super glue bottle runs out. The stick fast lasts a long time and it holds really well. And I do have that linked in my Amazon store if you guys are interested. Now, the only spring ribbon that I could find, which is crazy that I don't have more, was this wide green polka dot. And I thought it was a little too wide at first, but really it turns out to be so stinking cute because it looks like a fun carrot top, really. So maybe I should have painted the background orange. I don't know. I love these colors together. I think they all kind of work really well and make for a fun spring, and paired with all of the other DIYs that I've put together this week, they also work just as well. So I'm going to add the bow, and then you'll see I'm adding this black back behind. Like I said, that just adds some color back behind the eyes and the mouth. And then we'll put together this little sign, and then I am going to show you guys kind of how they work with the kickstands. Once again, I am going to glue together the curved kickstand, but I don't think you need to glue the other one together. It's all up to you, and then depends on how you're going to store them when you're done. But like I said, if you are a tiered tray decorator, you may want to keep them and use them for future purposes for other things. So that one just really snaps into place, and then you can kind of see how easy it is to stand up your sign. I'm really excited about the addition of those. Let's move on to the carrots. Now, there's many ways you can decorate these carrots. I'm just simply going to paint the two. If you guys saw my fire technique last week, adding some tissue paper to that would be great too. But you'll probably also notice that one of the carrots has a ribbed texture along the side of it. And I am going to add some fun orange yarn around there. That is the premise of this. The idea for this particular carrot is to add a little bit of texture and dimension to your tier tray. So you could do that with all three of them if you wanted to, or you could simply just paint this one. It's totally up to you. If you guys saw my video with the standing carrot trio, that is another idea of something that you could add to your tiered tray, is adding some fabric and some stuffing. Just adds a little bit of dimension and some shape to your tiered tray, and it really makes things pop. So moving on to the wood bead garland. So from now on, when you get a tiered tray kit from me that comes with the wood bead garland, you're going to get a lot more twine. So I'm going to show you guys how I like to paint my wood beads using the two colors that I showed you before, the purple and the turquoise, and a little bit of water and a bowl, and then some sort of plastic spoon. And then I like to use tin foil. I found that the wood beads stick to the paper towel, so the tin foil seems to work better. So I've just watered down my paint a little bit, and then you put in as many wood beads as you want. You're going to get 15 wood beads in every kit. You don't have to paint them all. You don't even have to paint them at all if you don't want to. But then just stir them around, make sure that they're covered really good. This particular turquoise color, I did leave them in there and let them soak a little bit, and then swished them around a little bit more, but the purple gave a great coverage. So if you're not happy with the coverage the first time, just throw them back in there and add a second coat. And then once you feel happy with the coating, then add them to your tin foil. And I really like to have the holes going up and down, north and south, and that helps them dry. Once they're dry and you've painted your cute little bunny, you're going to take your twine and start twining and start adding your wood beads. Now you can see I did go in and actually what happened was I painted these and I didn't get any footage, so I painted them again. So I did go and I just did 5 in the turquoise, 5 in the purple, and then 5 that I left natural. Like, again, you can do whatever you want. You can paint them all orange, whatever you feel comfortable doing. So once you get them all on there and attached, you're going to attach them to your cute little bunny. And I just like to tie a couple knots together and then string my wood beads back kind of over the knots. Super glue will help also to keep your knot nice and tight if you need to. Now, if you don't want to do the wood bead garland and you have this cute little bunny, there's so many things you could do with it. I've seen people making keychains with these little elements. There's so many fun things that you could do. You do not have to make it into the wood bead garland if that's not your thing. But I just love having how that looks and how it adds just a little bit of color. So now I'm going to cut a couple of inches at the other end, and I'm going to take the rest of our twine and we're going to make a tassel. And I do that by just wrapping it around my 4 fingers. And then you're going to, what you really want to do, and I'm not doing it here and you'll see me struggle later on, is just take a piece of that twine and cut it off and then wrap it around the top. So you'll see me putting it between the 2 fingers and wrapping it around the top. And you're going to be creating a bit of a loop at the top there. Again, like I said, do as I say, not as I'm doing, because you can see how hard I'm struggling trying to get that tied. So you're going to just want to cut off a brand new piece of twine and attach it to that top and tie it as tight as you want it to be. You don't want it to be super tight at this time. Then we're going to take our scissors and cut the bottom larger loop, and that's going to create our tassel. So now you can attach it to your wood bead garland using that loop at the top, tie a couple of knots, and then take that strip of twine that I struggled with and tie it a little bit tighter and maybe even move it up. So you'll see me really having a hard time, and I finally just get a piece and tie it around there. So then once you're done with that and you get it how you want it to be, you can take your scissors down at the bottom of your tassel and trim them up a little bit, make them even as you want to be. In the past, I've also added in ribbon in this tassel, however you wanted to do, but I felt like the tassel at the end of the wood bead garland just seemed to finish it off so much better. So that is why I decided to add in so much more twine to these little wood bead garland kits that are part of the tiered tray kit. So now that we have struggled enough and we've gotten our wood bead garland just how we want it to be, I'm going to decorate my tiered tray, and please excuse my display in the background. It is what it is. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope that you guys have fun creating these DIY kits and decorating your home with the super fun elements that are included. Make sure that you're following along all this week, and if you guys have missed this and you're watching this later, make sure you follow my Facebook page so that you don't miss any of the fun stuff that I am sharing with you guys. In addition to the DIY kits that I like to create and sell, I also like to take you guys along and share with you fun DIY items that I have created with things around my home too, that maybe you would be able to add into your home decor as well. Thanks again for watching, and I hope if any of you have any questions, you let me know in the comments down below, and I will be happy to share future fun ideas with you guys. And I look forward to joining you the rest of this week.